Hello and welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. We're talking about recruitment in the PERM process, and we've done a few videos on what's necessary. And just to quickly recap, there's the job order with the SWA, the State Workforce Agency, the posting notice of filing at your place of work, the 2 Sunday ads. It's a professional job. You can use one professional journal that's written in in lieu of one of the Sunday ads. And then if there is a problem with the choice of the publication, the certifying officer at Department of Labor has the duty to prove, or the burden to show why. Well, now here's the sort of potpourri of what else is needed. Now those are the mandatory steps that have to be taken. Now, the employer has the choice and must take 3 of the following 10 additional steps to recruit. So, if you don't do this, if you do everything else perfectly, but you don't pick 3 of the 10 additional steps here, then the recruitment isn't satisfied and it'll be denied. So here they are. The first one will be job fairs. I'll give you my take on it. I personally don't usually use that one. Because number 1, it's too much work to set up a job fair. Number 2, you're really going to have too many people come to the table and just want everything under the sun in regards to the job. So from my point of view, job fairs are not the best option to take. Secondly, would be the employer's website. You can actually put the job or post the job on the employer's website. Of course, you have to put all the necessary information in there, and you have to make it so that you don't have to, maneuver through 27,000 other pages to get to the job. But that's usually a good one, the employer's website. Next one is the job search website other than the employer's. You can go on a national job bank and go on jobs@yahoo.com. You can go on eNational Job Banks, America Bank. There's all kinds of places you can go here. You do have to be careful, though, in regards to where you're going to put it, but that's another possibility. The other is on-campus recruiting. Again, I don't necessarily care for that one because you get too many people that are going to walk up to the table and so forth, but it's always an option. Trade or professional organizations. Now, this is the next one, but you know that when we were previously speaking about advertising in a professional journal, and you can use that in lieu of one of the Sunday ads. Well, you could also advertise 2 in Sunday and then in a professional journal, and the professional journal could then go to one of the 3 alternative or additional factors. So that's a way to do that. I generally like doing that if instead of using the professional journal in lieu of one of the Sunday ads, just put 2 Sunday ads, and then use a professional journal as one of the 3 required out of the 10 items here. You can go to a private employment firm. Again, I don't know that I would necessarily use that one. You can do employee referral program with incentives. Basically, that's when current employees who were there get referred the job, and then they get certain incentives if they take it and so forth. I'm not sure that I would use that one either. Campus placement offices. Well, they might claim that there's not a real offer of the job if you put it at a campus placement office, because generally, if you have more requirements other than just the education, and you're putting it at a campus placement office where people just have education many times, you might not find a lot of qualified people for sure. Local and ethnic newspapers, that can certainly be used. So where in a prior video I said, if you're going to, for example, advertise in an LA area, and you pick, for example, Daily Breeze, a little local suburb newspaper where the job happens to be, well, that wouldn't work for one of the general requirements that we spoke about up top in one of my prior videos, but it would work for one of the extra 3 that are needed. So that's a good choice, I think. Radio and television advertisements, well, minus those being very expensive, you might not want to do that either. So you can pick from, and let me just recap what I like to use when I'm preparing the PERM. I like to use the number one, the employer's website. Okay, I like to use trade or professional organizations, and I like to use local and ethnic newspapers. So those are the three. Oh, and then one other one that generally I would use is a job search website other than employer. So those are four, but it depends on which what the job is and some other factors. You certainly don't want to advertise in more than you're supposed to, but those would be the 3 or 4 out of those 10 that I normally pick for a recruitment. So that does sum up the recruitment and what's needed, and we'll have more on the coming